Hey everyone, Duke here, and today we're talking about a new way in Lightfall to get a guaranteed exotic armor piece every time. This is something that hasn't gotten a lot of conversation about it yet, and the few people I've talked to it about had no idea it existed, so I decided to cover it. There's a special public event that can rarely spawn in the Vex incursion zone called the Vex Strike Force. This public event will have 6 extremely beefy Minotaurs and a horde of other enemies to fight, and you'll have 10 minutes to kill all 6 Minotaurs. The shields on the Minotaurs can be taken off with the Vex craniums that drop from the glowing enemies, but these shields will respawn after a bit of time if you stop doing damage to that Minotaur. There will be 1 Minotaur in the first section, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third. If you can, keeping the shields off all of them for any AoE damage can be helpful, but just making sure to at least be focusing one down quickly can work as well, depending on what your super is and your overall weapon setup. The one thing I would definitely recommend is to make use of the Vex craniums constantly. Not only are they the only way to break the Minotaur shields, but they do extremely good damage to them in general, and allow you to conserve your ammo for adds and then more damage when you don't have a cranium available, and probably most importantly, build your super up extremely fast as well. You will definitely want to make use of these extra supers because, as I mentioned, these Minotaurs are tanky. Do also note that this event happens in a public space and has automatic matchmaking, so this can be done without a fire team. I did run with one friend, and we did have a random third join us in a little bit after halfway through, and we still had almost 3 minutes to spare, so as long as there's a few extra people around, it should be very doable in the time you have allotted, as long as you're using those craniums and supers to damage the Minotaurs as much as you can. As an added tip, but definitely not a requirement, Devour on Void can be extremely helpful to keep yourself alive from the constantly spawning waves, but I could see things like Strand, Suspend, and Solar Healing and Restoration being top tier as well. Either way, once you've defeated all 6 Minotaurs, a chest will spawn with a guaranteed exotic drop for your class, as well as 500 Neomuna reputation. This can be done as much as you'd like, but it does seem like this is quite the rare spawn, which makes it that much more worthwhile to make sure you take advantage of when it is active and available. I hope this video was helpful, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.